Michael, let's talk about how the Teal's got tealer, the Greens got greener, and Western Australia becomes, if you're trying to find signs for the next election, be it next year or after, the WA might be the place to take a couple of seats off them. But the Teal's got tealer, mate. Does this mean now the Libs are done, don't even think about trying?
No, it doesn't. Look, those electorates which know most about Aboriginal affairs voted heavily no, and those that know least about Aboriginal affairs voted yes. So in the Teal seats, they don't have any Aboriginal communities. They don't even have any Aboriginals. I mean, in North Sydney, there are 606 Aboriginals.
Wow.
In Kooyong, there are 268 out of 150,000. In Goldstein, there's 245. In Wentworth, 618, and in Curtin, there's 886. These people in these Teal seats, you know, God love them, they know nothing about Aboriginal affairs. They have no Aboriginal communities. They have no answers. Most of them have never been to an Aboriginal community. So you know, they voted for something which they don't fully understand, because no one fully understands what they were being sold. And those people that know most about how to deal with Aboriginal issues voted 70% plus no. So the message to the Teal seats is, listen to the people that know something about the issue. You know, it's all very well to be wealthy and the inner city and not know any Aboriginal people and never having been to a community, but we shouldn't as a country say all the Teal seats voted a certain way. They know nothing about Aboriginal affairs, mate. Nothing. Nothing at all. So you know, all the press and all the coverage is, oh, the Teals did this, or the Liberal Party and trouble, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. For goodness sake, mate. They're expressing a view, they know nothing.
And good on you for your stats. I mean, but this is the thing.
I'll tell you what, I'd love Jacinta Price, Monique Ryan in Kooyong. You should invite Jacinta Price into your electorate, and all the Teal seats should, and hold a public meeting so Jacinta can explain to your electorates why they should have voted no, because they obviously are completely out of step with the majority of Australians.
Stephen, I said it on air last night because...
still, Michael, maybe they could go out with Jacinta to Alice Springs and actually experience some of it firsthand.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, this is just white guilt played wrong. They need to get, you know, if they've got all this money, they've got their electric vehicles, get in your Tesla, off you go, drive across the Hay Plain, out to Alice Springs, whatever you need to do. And how about you go and go up to Moree. I'll give you some addresses. There's a great motel up there. Go and stay at the Moree Spa Inn, hang out with the Chakotas, off you go. Go up and actually experience these communities and stop lecturing to the rest of Australia from your high horse of so-called intellectual platitudes. For God's sake, you know, if I heard once more people with a university degree, you know what, I got 2 of them and I voted no, and I did an awful lot for the no campaign, because I'm got enough experience in these communities to know that what was being proposed was rubbish, that we weren't going to perpetuate victimhood in the Constitution, and Indigenous people didn't want it. So leave Wentworth, leave Kooyong, get in your Tesla, drive up to Alice Springs, drive up to Moree, and they'll show you what it's really about.
You can probably do better water skiing than I did in Moree. Good people. Stephen,
mate, obviously.
Again, the tea leaves and what they mean, right? Now, I pointed this out on air last night. Bob Hawke took 6 referenda, lost them all, but never lost the Prime Ministership. Obviously, John Howard, 99, Republic referendum, got the result he wanted, but still lost on his watch, didn't have to hand in the gun and badge. What do you read as any potential tea leaves right here? Do you, what's your thought here about, is it the signs of WA being worried for Labor? Is it the signs of the Teals being locked off to the Libs? What do you see as a tea leaf in this?
Look, I mean, starting WA, Labor's result over there was extraordinary. I would love to think we could have put aside the voice or any other particular issue. I would love to think we could hold on to all of those seats. But political realism says to me that we're going to struggle to hold on to all of those seats. I hope I'm wrong, but we're probably going to lose a couple. Then you come across to dealing with the Teal seats, and here's where all the noise we've been hearing tonight from the no voters and the no campaigners on the panel ignores electoral maths. Those seats voted strongly. Those Teal seats voted strongly. They are not winnable in the next election. Maybe one of them, but the Liberals need to win all 5 or 6 and not lose any more. They are more likely to lose another seat to the Teal than they are to win Teal seats. That means Peter Dutton's chances of becoming the Prime Minister are almost zero, because this fanciful idea that you're going to win 20 seats without the Teal seats and win government by taking 20 off Labor is just a comedy value, because the seats that you start moving past when you go 20 Labor seats on Labor's side of the pendulum, not the Teal seats, you're in primary votes of 25 to 30%. That means to win those seats, they've got to jump their primary vote 15% and then hope they can get across the line on preferences. This is not going to happen. You can point to the same-sex marriage referendum, where a whole range of safe Labor seats, very safe Labor seats.
Yeah, Blaxland's not
voted
flipping.
no.
Chifley's not flipping.
Yeah. So again, they voted no, and then despite the fact that many MPs said they'd respect the vote, those Labor MPs in those seats still said no. Even though our electorates voted no, we're voting yes. And they still won the seats.
Yeah, but
at the next election.
But Stephen, you want to talk about the Teal seats. You know, if we talk about Labor losing a few seats in WA, it goes into minority government.
Yeah.
Those Teal seats that are traditionally Liberal seats, they then have to make a choice. And can I tell you, mate, they choose Labor government, that is the end of them. You go into Kooyong, you go to Wentworth, you go to North Sydney, you go to any of these seats and say, hey, we're going to back a Labor government, that's the end of those Teals. So
I agree, but that's a two-election strategy.
That's where I'm going to disagree with you, Holly.
That's why
I'm going to disagree with Holly. They are voting on issues.